A little bit here off and on. We'll hopefully have a little more consistency here. Just might be peak use of the cell phone towers, who knows, but yep, we are...
Who knew that would happen in the center of a major metropolitan area?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're just still bringing a live stream here from Phoenix, Arizona, Central High School. They've hosted us for a number of years now, which is really great. It's a great location, kind of unique to be in the center of town. As you guys can see, there's some mountains there in the background, but yeah, overall, downtown's just a couple miles south of us here.
It's a gorgeous area, easily accessible, as we talked about. If you're in the area or even a couple hours away, we're going to be out here until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, so we invite you to come by and hang out. Obviously, with it being in a high school stadium, we've got bleachers, but by and large, you can kind of just mill about around, and it's at 4525 North Central here in Central Phoenix, and you're actually able to more easily access the stadium on 7th Street. It's right off of the road. We welcome spectators. Those of you that might be familiar with some of the runners, obviously there are some world-class talents here, and it's not every day you get to see this many elite level runners at a time. Like, you can actually focus, and that's one of the beautiful things about this event as well. Like, when you go to a Javelin 100 or a Hard Rock, you might see a glimpse of somebody for a minute or two.
Coming in and out of the main area, yeah.
And then repeat. Here you can watch and study and take in, like, how a runner strides, how they strategize. One of the things about this event that's different than obviously other events is the aid station set up for each runner. The crews are set up. If you're familiar with the trail racing scene, obviously you can kind of just saunter in and out of an aid station. Here, basically, the runners just hold their hand out, and their crew just holds their hand out. They run, wash, rinse, repeat. I assume that the runners have a good rapport and have worked out their communication with their crews at this event to make sure that they're on the same page. As Patrick and I were talking about earlier, I don't know if I could actually handle crewing an event like this. You've got to be on point all the time. If you walk away from your post for more than 2 minutes, you might be inviting disaster for the runner that you're actually supposed to be taking care of. So I think that in this case, if I were going to crew somebody, it would have to be as part of a crewing team, because I don't think a one-on-one situation is ideal for this kind of event.
You got to be pretty on point for sure. I overheard Pat Reagan's wife at dinner last night. He kind of lured her in, saying it's going to be such a fun party out here and a great time, and it's like, yeah, this is kind of a lot of work. Like, you've got to be ready. They're probably going to place an order and want something that next lap, so I hear him calling out, hey, I need a pineapple gel next lap, need some water next lap, and you got to be kind of right there, ready to go.
Perhaps we'll actually try and get a feel for what a crew person is doing. Maybe a little bit later we'll bring a camera down to the track level and actually watch how often these runners and crew people are interacting, because you're seeing them, like we said, every 90 seconds, every 2 minutes. So it's definitely a big responsibility, and in the case of many of these runners, they're going for personal bests, national bests, even world records. So it's so important for everybody to be on the same page. Otherwise, there's going to be some disappointment, and hopefully that doesn't happen in too many instances. But by and large, a bathroom break for somebody who's crewing someone else could potentially be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, well, thank you for tuning in. We're going to come back here in a few minutes, probably at noon, and give you an update on how everything's going. That'll be our first turnaround. So
switcheroo.
We'll get a camera over there, and we're going to have to switch up our camera angles, so stay tuned for that, and we'll get a fresh perspective here in a few minutes.